Popular diet plans backed Part 3. Raw vegan diet. The raw vegan diet is a more extreme version of the traditional vegan diet. In addition to eating no animal products, that means no cheese or dairy too, raw vegans do not eat any foods cooked above 118 degrees Fahrenheit, the idea being that nutrients may be lost during the normal cooking process, per an article published in the spring 2013 edition of the Permanente journal. While this diet can be difficult to stick with because it's so restrictive, it does offer the same health benefits of a vegan diet. Pescetarian Diet. Pescetarians are vegetarians or vegans who also eat fish. Prioritizing fish as your main protein can provide a bounty of health benefits, such as a lower risk of stroke and heart disease, per a May 2018 advisory published in Circulation. Flexitarian Diet. You can think of the Flexitarian diet as a plan for part-time vegetarians. With this approach, plant proteins, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and fruits and veggies will be staples, with the occasional meat dish thrown in. Because the diet isn't as restrictive as a traditional vegan or vegetarian diet, it may be simpler to stick with, hence its No. 2 ranking in U.S. News & World Report's Easiest Diets to Follow category. Because you'll be eating meat some of the time, you may also be at a lower risk of the aforementioned nutrient deficiencies that vegetarians and vegans may face. While there isn't a wealth of research on this eating approach, U.S. News points out that, because of the focus on plants, those who follow the flexitarian diet tend to weigh 15% less than meat eaters, and they have a lower risk of certain conditions, such as heart disease. Mediterranean Diet. Diets such as the Mediterranean diet are sustainable, have been shown to improve health, and aren't restrictive or short-term, says Ash. The Mediterranean diet is meant to reflect the eating pattern of people living in the Mediterranean. So think plenty of vegetables, fruits, olive oil, fish, nuts, beans, legumes, and only a moderate amount of red wine and dairy. The diet can be helpful for weight loss, as well as decreasing risk of developing conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and Alzheimer's disease, according to an April 2013 study in the New England Journal of Medicine and the Mayo Clinic. It has been consistently ranked as a top diet in the U.S. News annual rankings. Whole30 Diet. This popular diet program is fairly restrictive, and for the first 30 days, dieters must cut out grains, legumes, most dairy, added sugar, and alcohol without any slip-ups, according to the Whole30 website. The aim is to reset your body and to adopt dietary habits resulting in weight loss. Cutting out added sugar and alcohol has merit, but all the restrictions prove challenging and could lead to nutrient deficiencies and disordered eating. The Whole30 diet does not allow for any whole grains or legumes, which are extremely beneficial to your health, says Ash. Whole grains are rich in fiber and micronutrients and are linked to helping to lower your risk of heart disease. The fact that the diet eliminates nutritious foods is a big red flag for me. Mayo Clinic Diet. This diet is a scientifically sound way to lose weight and lead a healthier lifestyle. The Mayo Clinic created a healthy food pyramid to go along with the diet to help participants learn which foods to eat more of and which ones to limit. The pyramid emphasizes fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, plus healthy fats in smaller amounts. In the initial 2-week Lose It phase, participants can drop 6 to 10 pounds. In fact, in the diet's pilot program, 53 obese Mayo Clinic employees lost an average of 8 pounds during the initial phase. Anti-Inflammatory Diet. Though not always followed for weight loss per se, an anti-inflammatory diet is rich in whole foods, including fresh fruits and veggies, and low in packaged, processed ones, like French fries and pastries, so there is a chance you will still shed pounds with this approach. But usually, folks follow this diet to help prevent or treat chronic diseases, such as heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, depression, Alzheimer's, and cancer. And that's smart, considering there's a bounty of research to support this notion, according to Harvard Health Publishing. Adopting this diet is relatively simple. It isn't focused on counting calories or carbs, or following any sort of specific protocol. Instead of constantly thinking about the quantity of food you are eating, an anti-inflammatory is all about prioritizing the quality of what is on your plate. Low FODMAP diet. Designed for people with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, the low FODMAP diet limits certain types of carbohydrates called fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols, or FODMAPs for short. These are essentially short-chain carbs that the gut has a hard time absorbing, thereby stimulating IBS symptoms, according to Monash University, which conducted the research on the low FODMAP diet. Intuitive eating. Unlike commercial diet plans, intuitive eating doesn't require you to buy packaged food from a specific brand. And unlike fad diets, it doesn't ask you to count macronutrients or calories. Instead, this approach asks you to eat what you want but check in regularly with your body, so you know when you're full and need to stop eating. It sounds simple, but it can be a sustainable way to approach healthy eating, for weight loss or otherwise, say Evelyn Tribole, RDN, a private practitioner in Newport Beach, California, and Elise Resch, RD, who coined the term intuitive eating in 1995. Tribole and Resch co-authored the groundbreaking book Intuitive Eating, a revolutionary program that works, and their more recent book, The Intuitive Eating Workbook, 10 Principles for Nourishing a Healthy Relationship with Food. Satiating Diet. Similar to intuitive eating, the satiating diet isn't strict. The main thing it calls for is eating whole foods, like apples, oatmeal, peppers, and salad. The idea is these fiber, protein, and fat-rich foods promote a feeling of fullness, so you're less likely to overeat. There's legit science behind prioritizing these foods over packaged ones. For instance, in a randomized controlled trial published in November 2017 in the British Journal of Nutrition, obese men assigned to follow the satiating diet instead of a higher carb diet lost more fat and weight, and had more success sticking to the eating plan. Let me know, what do you think? Looking forward to your comments.